Today is March 30th, Sunday, and today I was kind of just reminded of something that I don't really think about enough, and that is to, don't be a hypocrite, I guess. Don't say that you're going to do one thing, or don't teach one thing, and then turn around and do a different thing, right? I kind of struggle with this, especially because I'm making these videos every single day, and obviously a lot of times I talk about what I did apply in whatever day, but it can be hard to apply what I am telling other people to apply, right? So I've kind of been struggling with that because I'm kind of bad at it, and I just think that it talks about in the Bible, don't be a double-minded man, and it talks all about how we should be hypocrites. We shouldn't only be looking on the outside, but we should be looking on the inside and what are we actually doing, right? What's actually happening? And this goes back to just knowledge versus action, right? Don't just say you're gonna do something. Don't just learn about how to do something. Actually do it, right? So it honestly just goes back to taking action. But I was also thinking about, I saw this thing on Pinterest where it's how kids will follow the behavior of their parents, and how if a parent is on their phone all the time, then the kid is going to want to be an iPad kid for their whole life or whatever, right? But if you are a parent that you're reading, or you're spending your time in a better way that, then they will imitate that behavior. I was kind of just thinking about that because I do think that is a valid, not even for kids, but just for people in general. People don't want to imitate someone who's not actually doing what they're saying that you should do. People don't want to follow hypocrites. People don't want to do that. People want to follow other people who will actually do what they're who will actually apply what they're teaching you, right? I always get so annoyed at in sports or teaching or whatever, where someone is teaching me something and then they don't do it themselves, or they're bad at that thing themselves. I'm what do you who are you to teach me this thing, right? Even if they have that kind of authority. I think if you're trying to change someone's behavior, not even in an authority setting, but just a sibling or a kid, want to be able to show that I am actually applying what I'm talking about in these videos. That's why I try to pull from certain experiences that I had, so I can show this is what happened to me, so hopefully this is what can happen to you, that kind of thing. So in whatever kind of situation where it's a family member, or if you are some authoritative figure, right, in your job or in your community, do practice what you preach, I guess. And I think I've talked about this in a recent video, maybe, but practice what you preach, because not only is it good for you because you're actually taking action on what you know is good for you, but also it's good for others because they will see that you're actually serious about what you're talking about, and you're not just a hypocrite, and they'll actually want to imitate you because of that. So that's just a small thing that I learned today. I thought it was really cool that people will imitate your behavior, or especially people who you have authority over. They will imitate your behavior. And even people who you don't have authority over, if you're trying to make them do something, or if you're trying to you want to be a good example for other people. I guess that's what it all comes down to. You want to be a good example for other people, whether they are above you or below you. Just try to represent a good example. And I think this is kind of related to something else I've been learning recently, which is just from a Christianity perspective, you want to be a good representation. You want to be a good example of what being a Christian looks like, and how we are different from the rest of the world. Because I was watching this video, and this guy was talking about how what if you are the only exposure to the gospel for someone in your life, but if you are not representing it well, then that person won't be able to see how important it is, right? So just be a good representation of what you believe in. be a good representation of what you believe in. And I'm a Christian, so I want to represent Christianity in the best way possible by being like loving, right? Most of all, glorifying God, kind, and not a twisted form of that, but that true form of Christianity, right? Like our purpose is to glorify God, but like the number one commandment is to love God above everything else, and then love others more than yourselves. Put others up above yourselves, and like I feel like that's the true representation of what Christianity looks like, and I'm trying to do that. But not even from a Christian identity, also just like all of these things I talk about in these videos are things that I believe in, unless it's like an older video and I've like grown from that or something. But like, be a good representation of what you believe in. So if I believe that procrastination is bad, then I should try to not procrastinate, right? I shouldn't just say procrastination is bad in a video and then the next day I don't even try to not procrastinate, right? And that doesn't mean that you're perfect, right? We can't be perfect, right? It's impossible for us to be perfect because we're human. But at least put the effort in, right? At least try, because hard work and effort is definitely noticed. Just putting in the effort, putting in as much effort as you can for whatever thing is noticed by other people. So just putting in the effort to be a good representation of what you believe in. That's kind of what I learned today, of something that I need to be better at. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, then I would love a like or a comment. This is the video that I posted yesterday where I talked about 3 things you can do like right now, like in the physical world, that will help for your mental focus and clarity and all that kind of stuff. You could subscribe in that corner, and if you subscribe, I will see you in tomorrow's video.